In this first video, two friends are hosting a live stream when something pretty spooky is captured live. Now, the two boys in this video often do live streams while playing video games late at night. It just so happens that this particular incident took place during an all-nighter, or around 5 in the morning. A strange noise is heard in the kitchen. The two usually play in the living room, so the noise was close by when it happened. The boys thought it was a family member who was grabbing a morning snack, so they shrugged it off and didn't think much of it. But later on, something happens that grabs their full attention and prompts them to end the live stream immediately. While playing in the dark, this happens.
Oh, hijo, dale. Hacer la bola, no la bola. Dale. ¿Qué haces? Fíjate, es un niñito por ahí. ¿Qué va? No hace raro. Mirá, me canto, era. Iba a llevar bestia. Las 5. Las 5 yo creo.
At first, the fridge door seemingly opens on its own, as though someone had gone over to grab a snack. At least, that's what the two boys thought, considering that one of them has a brother who wakes up around this time to cook something up. Thinking that he left the fridge door open by accident, one of them gets up to close it, but as they walk back, this happens. A chair swiftly moves on its own by more than a few inches, causing both friends to freeze in their tracks. It was at this point that they both knew that something unexplainable had occurred, something supernatural. Viewers believe so too. But, as always, I'll let you be the judge on that. Had something paranormal occurred, or had something else happened here? On September 25th, 2025, the YouTube channel Eerie uploaded a video showing a woman exploring the woods late at night in search of something she believes may be lurking in the area. Armed with only a flashlight and her camera, she slowly makes her way through the dark forest. But before long, her search appears to come to an abrupt stop. Take a look.
Guys, there's a dog behind you. There he is. Okay. Yep. I'm done. No. No. Where'd he go? Okay. Take that shit. That's what that is.
As her flashlight sweeps across the trees, it briefly illuminates what appears to be a tall, canine-like figure, staring directly back at her from the darkness. Whether or not it's actually a so-called dog man is anyone's guess. But unlike many videos of alleged cryptids, this one is clear enough that you can make out at least some of the figure's shape before it slowly moves deeper into the woods. Unfortunately, the clip ends there, so we never find out what happened after the encounter. Of course, there's also the possibility that this was simply a person in a costume. The footage is simply too short to draw any firm conclusions, and without seeing what happened before or after the encounter, it's impossible to know exactly what was standing among the trees that night. Whatever the explanation may be, it's certainly not something most people would want to come across alone in the middle of the woods. At 12:46 a.m., a girl is woken up to something terrifying in her bedroom. The following video was captured on July 22nd of 2026. A mother had been experiencing strange things inside her house, and her daughter had moved out not too long ago, and her old bedroom was now unused. So she decided to leave the security camera inside it to see if anything strange happens, because it usually did. One day, she goes in to collect something from the closet when this happens. While leaving, the closet door opens slightly on its own, but she finds nothing strange inside. Then something falls down, scaring her out of the room. Some viewers thought the door knocked the basket when she closed it, so she made a follow-up video.
I just really wanted to address this comment because it has come up a lot, besides the fact that the doors are broken and they're bifold doors, and they do that. These doors don't just pop open all the time on their own. I get that they're bifold doors and they're spring-loaded, and that can happen, but it doesn't happen all the time. Especially if you've seen some of the other videos and the stuff we've been dealing with in this house since like 2018. Like, look, I've been standing here forever and nothing's happening. Like, they don't just pop open. So anyways, I did want to address this comment, so I'm just going to show you. So I'm opening this side just like I did the day when I was grabbing my bag and some clothes out of there. If you look up on the shelf, there is the sewing basket. It is right flush up against that back wall. I just want to show you the distance between the door, the closet door, and that shelf. Tell me how this door that is that far away from the shelf, like that far away from the shelf, clipped that and pulled it down. Make that make sense.
Even if the closet was explainable, she has been experiencing paranormal events inside her house since 2018. Back in 2020, when her daughter was using this bedroom, which is actually located in the basement, she complained about creepy things happening in the night, which is when they first set up a camera.
This was when my daughter lived at home, and the downstairs basement bedroom was where she slept. We had the camera in there because she had been experiencing creepy stuff.
And one night, she's woken up to this. A knocking sound wakes her up, then something falls out of the closet, so she turns on the lights but sees nothing there. But it was still enough to make her leave the room and not sleep that night. Even after all this time, they still have no idea what the cause is. So, like most videos, this one remains a mystery. Workers at a mid-sized hotel in Los Angeles, California, have noticed strange things happening on the hotel's second floor. These odd incidents usually seem to occur late at night.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor. Okay, keys. I think it's 226, that's right. There's the phone. No one's calling, no one's here. Everything's chilling.
A worker at the hotel says they've been getting frequent, unexplained phone calls from an empty room on the second floor. He goes to check, but he finds no explanation for the bizarre calls. There's no one staying in that room. But, did you hear it? After I carefully analyzed this video, I noticed something odd that neither the uploader nor his viewers seem to catch. Now, I've isolated and enhanced the audio to make it easier to hear, but listen closely.
226, that's right. 226.
Without knowing, the hotel worker seems to have caught a creepy EVP of a voice whispering, "Why?" as he walks down the second floor hall. But that's not all that the late-night hotel staff has captured on video. During a slow night of work at the hotel, a girl named Brooke and her co-worker decide to pass the time with a fun little race challenge. They put their phone in the hotel's elevator on the third floor and attempt to race the elevator down to the lobby to pick it up. But then, things just get weird. The elevator hangs on the allegedly haunted second floor as the doors continuously open and close for no reason. And strangely enough, another unexplained voice seems to quietly say, "Hello." Cut to another night at the hotel. Brooke decides to record as she and her co-worker are busy arranging furniture in one of the vacant second floor rooms. The video was meant to be a random vlog showing what they do on an average night at work. But when she looks back at her footage, she finds something that is pure nightmare fuel.
How do you up the stairs?
I don't know, but I mean, I felt bad, but also
No, don't feel bad. It's just terrible.
getting a little bit. I'm gonna clean it real quick.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Anyways, so my sister, she graduates in 2 days, and I asked for the whole weekend off.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Where the mirror should go?
Yeah, actually, let's do her job.
Okay. All right. Chat. Should the mirror go
Here,
in this corner?
the right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner?
Did you see it? For a brief moment, a dark shape can be seen standing in the opposite corner of the room, eerily watching the two young women as they work. But when they pan the camera back over to the corner where the dark figure was standing, there's nothing there. So, is this LA hotel haunted, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. A woman named Jenna Snow posted a series of videos to her TikTok account last year, documenting some seriously creepy things happening at the hotel where she works. In the clips, we watch as Jenna films security camera footage that seems to capture a ghost apparition appearing inside the hotel. Her boss also chimes in, offering a theory about what might be going on, and honestly, it only adds to the unsettling vibe.
Said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think they, when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
They dug up the bodies and what?
That definitely seems to be something bizarre happening in that hotel. The figure captured on camera has that classic translucent, shadowy look, just enough to make your skin crawl. And it's not just a one-time event either. The apparition seems to show up on multiple occasions, moving through different parts of the building.
Hey Noel! What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Let's try and signature. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up.
What's frustrating is that we don't know the name of the hotel, so there's no way to dig deeper or look into its history. If it is haunted, there's a whole backstory we're missing out on, and possibly other encounters no one's posted yet. Some commenters have speculated that this could be a lingering spirit, maybe tied to something tragic that happened on the property. Others think it could be a camera glitch, or even someone messing with the footage. But the fact that it appears multiple times, and always in a different way, makes the CGI or hoax angle feel less likely. So, what exactly is going on here? We may never know for sure. Let's just hope that if this hotel is haunted, none of us accidentally end up booking a room there, completely unaware we're stepping into the same building from this footage. In this next video, two friends are exploring an abandoned paper mill with extreme caution. Aside from the fact that the old mill has potential hazards all around, there's another reason why both men are treading carefully. Rumor has it the old paper mill is haunted. Now both friends are known as Kenneth and Justin, and they've set out to explore a place where residents have either seen or heard unexplainable things. One resident recounts a time when he and his friends saw something pretty creepy.
Yeah, most definitely. Paper mill's haunted as shit. Because I went there the one night, me and my buddies. We all went over there and we were drinking a little bit, but yeah, my buddy caught it on camera that like something ran behind us.
No kidding.
On Snapchat, like he caught it on camera and everything.
Dude, I'm gonna be down there trying to get some.
Now there's a lot more stories from others who live near the mill, but the reason Kenneth and Justin are visiting the place is not because it's haunted, but rather to see what's left of it. This is a hobby of theirs, and the old paper mill in Austin, Pennsylvania is on their list of places to explore. But little did they know that something terrifying would happen while being there. Both friends are exploring the old mill when they find a dark space beneath the building. They head down and capture this.
Well, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone in the beaver dam there. Good.
Holy shit.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone.
Bone. I don't see it. Oh, it is. What the fuck? Holy smokes. What was that? Hello? Yep, get the f out of there! Whoa!
Yep, no more of that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
I have no idea.
I don't know. What was that?
I have no idea.
All of a sudden, a disembodied voice is heard from the darkness. Both men, upon hearing this, run away in a frenzied manner as it seems that someone, or something, had responded. It almost sounds as though a child had responded to them, but assuming this was an actual kid, the question arises, what's a child doing in a dark cellar of a building that's been abandoned for years? Now nothing strange happens afterward, but throughout the trip, you can for sure tell that they were left disturbed. Just who, or even what, had been there. They have no idea, and they don't plan on ever coming back to find out. In 2020, a woman named Rebecca shared a video on TikTok that appeared to capture something genuinely unsettling. According to Rebecca, her mom had been out hiking when she came across a beautiful abandoned house hidden in the surrounding area. Curious, she spent a few minutes exploring the property before pulling out her phone to record a video to send to her daughter. But when Rebecca watched the footage later on, she noticed something lurking in one of the windows, something that sent a chill down her spine.
In Carmel, this great old house. Someone told me that it's the Murphy house. I don't know who the Murphys were, but I don't think they've lived here for a while because it looks pretty deserted. But it must have been gorgeous in its stay. It's absolutely, I could just imagine walking around here in some fancy dress or something, and just amazing. It's just beautiful.
As her mom walked around the outside of the house, she had no idea something was watching her from inside. In the last second-floor window, what appears to be a small, pale face can be seen staring out into the yard. The face looks to belong to a young child with dark black eyes that make it even more unsettling. As Rebecca's mom continued walking, the figure seemed to keep its gaze locked in her direction, as if it were silently watching her every move. She never noticed the face while she was there, but there's no denying that someone, or something, was upstairs. If the house was truly abandoned, then who, or what, was standing in that window? Mamo and Patty are a couple who explore reportedly haunted locations in Mexico. During one investigation, they visit a cursed forest connected to the mysterious disappearance of a woman who vanished without a trace. But after returning home, the couple says the strange activity didn't stay in the woods.
No mames, no seas mamá, no seas mamón, güey. No. Allá adentro no hay nadie, ¿eh? Se los juro que allá adentro no hay nadie, güey. El cuarto está completamente solo.
¿Ahora qué mames? No sé, ¿lo grabas?
Aquí estamos nosotros. Sí, lo grabé. Checa, se va a ver. Sí, lo grabé.
Mamo and Patty begin to fear that something from the forest may have followed them back. They wonder if it could be the spirit of the missing woman, restless and unable to move on. Soon, the disturbances in their home become so intense that the entire family is being woken up at night.
¿Quién eres y qué quieres? Espérate. Ten cuidado, te vas a caer. Ay, cabrón.
Hay que bajar.
Ay.
En nombre de Jesús. Te ordeno que te largues de nuestra casa.
¡Oh, la madre!
From somewhere inside the house, the couple hears what sounds like a woman crying. Mamo searches through the rooms but finds no one there. Mamo and Patty often broadcast their paranormal encounters live as they happen, hoping to show viewers exactly what they are experiencing. Then, on another night, The family is woken again by noises outside their bedroom, and Mamo quickly starts streaming from his phone.
Espérame aquí.
Yo te ordeno en nombre de nuestro Señor Jesucristo que te alejes, que te vayas. No tienes cabida en este hogar. No tienes cabida en nuestras vidas. En nombre de Jesucristo yo te expulso y te despojo de este lugar. Te despojo. Lárgate. Ser inmundo.
Viewers watching live suddenly notice what looks like a woman's face staring in through the window. But Mamo doesn't see it at first. He only realizes something may have appeared after reading the live stream chat.
En la ventana. ¿En esa?
¿Qué hijo?
En la ventana de las escaleras. Esa. ¿Qué vieron ahí? Sí, ¿qué vieron? ¿Qué vieron?
¿Qué había?
¿Qué había? ¿Pero qué?
Ay, no.
No mamen, no manches, no. Sí, no puede, es imposible que haya alguien ahí parado. Y les voy a demostrar por qué. Ay, Dios, ya me da cosa bajar, hija. Miren.
No hay manera de que nosotros podamos subir a la azotea.
No, miren, ahí está la ventana, ¿sale? Jálale aquí, hija. Ay. Chéquense. ¿A dónde está la ventana? ¿Ya vieron? O sea, son aproximadamente como 4 o 5 metros a la ventana.
Mamo then shows the outside of the house, making the footage even harder to explain. The window is on the second floor, far too high for someone to simply stand outside and look in. So, what did the live stream capture that night? If something really followed Mamo and Patty home from the forest, it may have finally shown itself. In early January of 2023, a woman named Nancy Malkin had a very strange encounter with something in her child's bedroom. Nancy says that the reason she had gone up to her son's bedroom in the first place was because she saw something quite unusual on the security camera that's placed in his room. She had woken up from a nap before looking over at the camera's live feed and seeing a strange orb flying around her son's toys. It would seem to zip around in a strange way and react to objects that touched it, as though it had a mind of its own. Now, Nancy had been looking at this orb for quite some time. More than 5 minutes had passed since initially spotting the mysterious orb, and still it continued to float around in the same spot. Now, curious as to what exactly was being caught on camera, she walks over to her son's room, but strangely finds nothing there. Nothing visible could be seen with her naked eye, but on camera she could still see the ball of light floating around the same spot. In the short clip, Nancy's observing the orb via the security camera's live feed on her phone. Mind you that without the phone, she can't see anything in person. While looking at the live feed, she sees the ball of light moving frenetically. Watch. Now, at one point, Nancy starts to communicate with the orb. She tells it to touch her hand, when something pretty interesting happens. The orb quickly moves away from her hand, as though she had scared it. Nancy decides to leave this mysterious orb alone and call it a day. The orb continues to fly around the same spot even after she goes, but only minutes later, after rechecking the camera, the orb is no longer there. It has simply vanished. Ever since recording this, the orb hasn't shown itself again. Nancy believes that this mysterious orb might have been the spirit of a child, as as it kept floating around her son's toys. Perhaps it just wanted to play with them, as Nancy states, but whatever it might have been, she claims that this mysterious orb was intelligent as it responded to everything she did. To this day, she still questions what this ball of light was doing inside her son's bedroom. Over on the paranormal video subreddit, a user known as Hin shared a chilling video captured on a security camera. He explains that his father used to work the night shift as a security guard in a building and would occasionally send him odd videos from the job. The uploader says he's never been quite sure what to make of this particular clip, but admits it's always creeped him out and he's curious to hear other people's thoughts. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Did you catch it? If you look closely at the corner of the screen, you'll notice what appears to be a ghostly figure just standing still, barely moving. It doesn't walk, it doesn't vanish, it just lurks. The uploader mentions that he's always thought it looked like a woman, though we can't say for sure. Woman or not, there's clearly something there, and it's unsettling how still and human-shaped it is. At one point, it even looks like the figure sways slightly, as if shifting its weight or breathing. That small movement is what makes it feel a little too real to be a trick of the light. Of course, some viewers have suggested that it could be a bug on the camera lens, and while that's always a possibility with older security footage, the swaying movement makes that explanation feel a little less convincing, especially since the rest of the shot remains stable. Is it a trick of the light, a lens anomaly, or did this camera genuinely catch something unexplainable lurking in the corner of that building? Unfortunately, we don't even know where this was filmed though. The space looks like an office or maybe even a hotel, so who knows? Maybe one of us will unknowingly end up there one day, only to get a closer look at whatever this thing was. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. If you like this upload and want to see more creepy videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. And let me know in the comments which clip you found the most disturbing.